Hello, hello, hello everyone. How are you doing tonight? Sorry about being late a couple of minutes. I realized I needed some tape and my room is all torn apart again, as I told some of you, and now I'm getting a different table in here, which I think will work better. But it's still torn apart till I can get the screws, and so I wasn't able to find a couple of things that I even wanted to show you tonight. So we will look for that and show you later. But thanks so much for hopping on. Let me check to see if I'm live. And I'm not seeing any comments yet, but let me check on my phone. While I'm doing that, we are going to use a new transfer. It's not in stock at the moment, but it's not going out of the catalog, so it still will be available. It is called Happiness is Homemade. I am pretty sure it's still going to be in the new catalog. Let me just check my page here while you look at that. There's lots of cute items on that. This is one I've never used, but it's a fun one and I think I'll enjoy using it. So let me see. Yeah, it looks like I'm here. So let me share this to my pages. And always takes a second to figure this out. It's too bad you can't share to 2 pages at one time. But they don't make it that easy on you. And just one more page and then I'll be done. I always share it to my husband's page because he doesn't mind. So and if you'll like, share, and comment, I would love and appreciate that. That will help me get my business going, and that would be awesome. So I'm still not seeing any comments. If you're on, please let me know you're here. Say hello, hello, hello. Here's another transfer that we are going to use with the Happiness is Homemade, and this is the Loads of Love. And this is the vintage truck add-on, and it's got the spring, the eggs, the hearts, it's got the clovers, and flowers. So it's a fun truck add-on, but you can use it on so many other things also, and that's my intent tonight. So thanks for joining. I appreciate you hopping on my lives. I am going to try, as I've told some of you before, at least Monday through Friday, but I may pop in Saturdays too. It may be in the afternoon. And I'm not so worried about that. Sorry, I've got a setting popping up on my tablet, so sorry about that. But anyway, that's my plan, is to probably go live 6 days a week if I can, but for sure Monday through Friday, unless like last night I wasn't feeling good and then we ended up having a team meeting and I wanted to pull my room together a little more. And I'm noticing you're going to see a tote over here and maybe a tote over here. That probably will not be able to change because of how I'm doing it, but the totes are a little narrower than having the tables, and I'm able to get more stuff in here with those, and maybe not have to take some of my supplies down to the basement, even though we're switching from Christmas over to other stuff, because I'll be doing like Christmas in July and Christmas maybe throughout, on and off, because there's nothing wrong with starting to do your Christmas presents early. That gets you way ahead, and so that's a fun way to do it. So anyway, welcome, and thanks for joining. So we'll get this on the table view, and I will show you. This is our box frame. It comes in a box, so it's well protected, and I'll show you these things that come around it. There's 4 of these always on the corner. So if you were making this for somebody, you could save these and put it back on. I'm also thinking about using this arrow from the Live Well. Let me grab that and I'll show you that image real quick. So if you'll just hold on a second, I'll grab it. Oh, it's called Your Life, Your Story. So there's the arrow off of that one. That one's in the back office right now too. You can buy these products on my website at chalkcouture.com/ArlenaPatton. So here's our board and base. And we may just start with this heart since I have it down here. Let me get my ruler, and I'm going to measure to get it even. So that's 1.25 inches. And I need to move it ever so slightly. I did pretty good at lining it up. I think that will work. So and I think I'm going to do that in the gold, and then we'll do 1 red heart here or 2 or 3 little ones. We'll decide that. But the gold is ink. And here's how the ink comes, and actually I'm not using the gold one. We do have this in gold. This is the shimmer copper I have been using. I haven't opened the gold. I think it's a little bit lighter than this. But I think the new version coming out is a little darker, but it might be the new version in the paste. We are getting a gold shimmer in the paste. Everybody is so excited for that. So now the ink, you don't have to stir because it's already mixed up. In fact, I think I'm going to grab this stuff that's on the lid and try and get that off of there. And we will use some of that. I'm going to try and start to keep my jars a little cleaner, and I'll show you how you do that. We will do that on one of the colors. So you just run this across there, push the ink down in, clean off the excess. Now with the ink, we're going to have to, it will be a little tacky. Might have even been better if I would have waited and done that at the end. And then I'm going to, if you can clean your squeegee while you're working, that's even great. You also want to pull this up as quick as possible so it doesn't dry. So you can see the arrow there. Now since I put that arrow there, this will probably have to stay a permanent surface. If you didn't put the arrow there, you could clean your thing off, but you'd be more apt to clean it off if you wax this. Now I didn't wax this. I was looking for my paste because I had it out in the other room. I was filling one of these jars with my wax because I didn't want that big huge wax, Johnson wax, from the other day that we used on the live. And so I combined my whites and made it into one, and I saved my jar. But now that my room's torn apart, I couldn't find it. So I'll show you that hopefully in the next day or two, as soon as I can find it. So let me get the blow dryer on this. Because we want to, and sorry about the noise, we want to make certain we dry it. Like I say, it will be a little tacky, but that's okay. Now remember, if you're on and not saying anything, I would love to have you talk to me and let me know you're here. And please like, share, and comment. Now this isn't real big, so it's going to dry a little faster than some of them would. So there's a little heart. This is from the truck transfer, and we are going to use this. But there's a little heart right here at the top, or that one there, and I was going to see how they fit. Now this has been used 2 or 3 times already. Not with the truck, and I plan on doing that very shortly. Oh, I think this is the one I want to use. And I'll probably put it right about there. Let me grab my ruler and I can kind of see if I can measure from that heart over. Yeah, I need to move it slightly. Well, actually, what's going to determine that is we got 6 1/4, so 6 3/4, I should say. It is close. Oh, now I'm sorry, I'm being picky. I just like to get, I'm always trying to get things as equal as possible. There, that's perfect. So we will go with that. And let me grab my red here. I thought I had that out, but so the red is the candy apple red. Everybody can see that. You could do a pink. There's even the raspberry color that we have. I see one chunk there that's come off of that, and I am going to throw that little chunk away. My red looks good though. So, and after I do this, the colors, we'll show you how to clean this up and keep it clean. So, and I hope you're following me also on YouTube. I'll have to get my YouTube channel posted so everybody knows. But, oh, and that, I wasn't watching that. I did get it on there, so let me take the wipe. Hopefully I can get that red off of there. Because that did stain that. Let me get a new wipe because my wipes was used earlier. I wasn't paying attention to that. So that's something you're going to want to watch when you're doing this. I think I'm getting it though. And now I'll have to touch the red heart up just a bit with my squeegee again. Making certain this time I don't go over that whole thing. Now you could have taped that also in those spots. Covered that up with some tape. You can use the masking tape or washi tape, or we also sell a tape on the website. Okay, so hopefully that will dry and be okay. I'm going to hurry and clean this. I'll show you this part right here. I'm going to hurry and clean this part off because I am going to be using this and I'm not certain what parts it's going to be used on. Yeah, so that is something you'll want to be more careful about. Try that again before I put the blow dryer on it. So we'll dry it and see what we come up with here. I still can see some of that, and I don't know that it's going to come out. Now another way to maybe combat that is to just put some more hearts right here next to it on each side. I probably want to use the exact same heart. Like I say, we just have to be careful here this time. So there's that one. I'll clean this off real quick again so I can dry that one side. Oh, hi Pam, thank you. I hope. Miss Crafty even makes mistakes herself, so that's too bad that I got the paste on there like I did. Welcome, welcome Pam. I didn't even realize anybody had hopped on, but I appreciate you joining me. So we'll just add one more little heart right next to this other one. And that will help that a little bit. It kind of fills it in, so. Now, if anybody's on and not saying anything and this is your first time watching me, you want to make certain your paste is like yogurt consistency. So I've got that. And actually that's way cute with the 3. I wasn't certain if I would put 3, but the 3 makes it way cute. So I've got that. I'll leave my red out here a minute and then I'll show you in a few minutes how to clean that. But we're going to move on. So this is the Happiness is Homemade set. And let me pop that back on the screen real quick so everybody can see it. Happiness is Homemade. And here's the actual transfer. I cut that out of the middle earlier. You can cut all those apart and put it back in your package that way. It makes it a lot smaller to store. So this has never been used, so I need to fuzz it with my towel. I'm excited for the new towels to come out because they have a new towel that they came out with our company that has the microfiber on one side and the towel on the other side. So it will be perfect. And the size I think is perfect. It won't quite be like this. So usually 3 to 5 times you want to fuzz. You don't want it sticking to your board so much that you can't get it off. You will pick up some lint. You'll see that after, but that cleans off too with your alcohol wipe, because when you're done, you're going to take this and run it through the water. So that's probably good. I still haven't set up my new mic. I got two new mics. I was going to maybe try and grab the smaller one and add it in there, but I think that's going to be better when I'm up moving around, if I want to show you some stuff in my house, and we're just walking around with the phone or the tablet. So just try and get that about where you want it. That actually doesn't look bad. So this is the multi-squeegee, multi-angle, and that's what I'm going to use to get all the bubbles out with. I did have a bubble there, as you can see. Now I had a crease, so I want to get that out of there. I see a bubble there, so I'm going to lift it up and go down with it. I think it kind of helps to pull in one direction when you're trying to get your bubbles out. Now, let me get one more color here. I don't know if this is the gray. That's an ocean mist, which is almost a gray. So, I don't remember using some of these, but maybe I have. So that's almost a blue-gray. Just trying to decide what color the jar should be. Here's my gray, I guess. Fresh linen's the gray. So that would be the fresh linen. I don't know how much that would actually show up. My other thought, because there are blue jars, and this is a lighter color, my thought was even to do it the blue. I think maybe I'm going to try that. It'd just be kind of fun. This blue is it's called Cool Breeze. This is one they're discontinuing. So if you like this color and want it, you're going to want to get it as soon as possible, because it will not be out on the 5th. It'll be gone. It's in the retired color list. Now it's thick, so I could see that I need to stir this. So you want to add the water. I see some thick stuff right there that this might have been one I used on my donut. The first thing I did was a donut image at one of our meetings that we had. Now that's getting better. I'll just do a couple more. I think that will be great. How are you doing, Pam, if you're still on? Maybe you're not on, because I know sometimes you watch later on. You came on to just say hi, maybe. If anybody else is on, please let me know you're here. And welcome, welcome if you're on with me. Let me clean this squeegee. I try and keep him clean. Saw one here that hell, I didn't even know what I was gonna do, and one of the gals that I really like watching her videos because she does the chalk couture. Her name's Jessica. I was popped on her live for 2 seconds, but I thought, oh, I can't sit here and watch her live because I'm not ready for mine. So, but in the background, she had her jar, and it was done different than mine, so mine's not going to be the same as her, but it gave me the idea to do my jar. So I was excited about that. She gives me inspiration to keep going and do my lives. She does lives every day of the week. So, well, and I guess that maybe when I sprayed that leaked a bit. Or leaked when I turned it sideways. Let me clean that up real quick. So, and I want to get this transfer up as quick as possible. I get carried away here worrying about my table. Now, normally you would take this and you would just go dry it. But I've just got it here, or you would go wash it, I mean. You wouldn't dry it, but you'd go wash it and run it under a bath water. And I didn't bring any water in, so I'll just lightly stick it on an edge here. And when the video's done, I will go and I will just go clean it. So let me clean this spatula off real quick, because if you clean your tools off while you're doing the stuff, it's so much easier. In fact, even this red one, it's starting to cake. I should have cleaned that earlier. So let me hurry and get this cleaned off, and then we'll move on. That's got to dry anyway for a minute, and I'll either blow dry it or it can just air dry. So now tell me what you think about the blue. Maybe that wasn't a good choice, even the darker blue, because there are darker blue mason jars, like the actual turquoise. But let me dry this, and then we'll see what we just decide. I'm even wondering, let me get my turquoise up here. It's the peacock. The peacock might have shown up more. Looks like I need to really clean this. Let me clean this up a minute, and I may add some peacock to it. Oh, we're getting low on this peacock too. I have another one, but let me see if I can freshen this up, and I may add some hints of that. I have a jar out there right now that's this color, but the only thing with this is those red hearts really wouldn't, let's just leave it the lighter. The red hearts actually wouldn't be, if it was natural, the red hearts wouldn't show up as much. So let's leave it like it is. I'm thinking in my mind on that and change my mind. Now if you were filling it with flowers, it wouldn't, that effect wouldn't have mattered. But if you want it to look more realistic, then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on here so that it's where I want the hearts, and they're just going to be at the bottom of this jar, but I'm going to have to add some tape to places that I don't want it to go through. So hopefully everybody can see that. I don't have my wax, even though I'm going over this. I think I'll be okay because it's not a huge surface. Like I say, I couldn't, at last minute, couldn't figure out where I put the wax, and I'm sure I brought it in here. So, and you're going to want to make certain you cover up your blue line because you want that to show blue. So if anybody's on and not saying anything, please let me know and say hello. I would love to have you join in, and that always makes my lives fun when I can talk to people. That's one reason why I quit having me so much up into the screen, because this way I can look and chat and work on my project and then get back to the other at the end. That way everybody's not seeing me look at it funny. So the other thing you can do is we can go all the way across the bottom with this tape, because that way I won't stain any of the white surface. It will just protect it more. Also, one thing I could be doing is, after I get this taped, I'm going to grab my battery pack for my glue gun. And because we might have a slight bit of gluing on here at the end when I add my bow. I'm thinking of adding a bow at the top and doing some embellishments at the top. So this works, doing the masking tape. That's a good idea. Now let me grab my battery pack. It is charged because it was solid green, so that's good. Actually, hopefully I've got enough glue in there. We're not doing too much, but I did find glue earlier, and I know I've bought some glue. So, okay, this is still, looks like it's okay. I'm going to get a new squeegee because that needs to be cleaned off after sitting there. Well, and I wasn't paying attention to that. I have got the wrong end here, but we're going to go for it for now. I have never even tried the other end. I didn't realize I had it in there backwards. It's still working though. You're going to want to clean your surface. And then I'll clean my squeegee again. I guess you couldn't see me do that, but I just hurried and did that. And so this is ready. I don't want to leave it sit very long. So we'll peel this up. And hopefully everybody can see that. That's way cute. Now one thing, after I dry, I may go back over those little blue lines with a paintbrush. I should have, it's so tiny though, you can't really do much with that, but I can go over that with the blue paste again if I decide that's important. Oh, we'll dry this. I do see a spot too where there's red that needs to be blue. I thought I taped it good, but just one little tiny spot there. So hopefully everybody can see that. That is turning out cute. So, and my paste is still good from earlier. I'll get you back in view with this. I've got you more up here than I realized tonight. So you can always take a paintbrush and fix stuff like that. You say it really wasn't bad, but it'll look better. Just touch a couple of those up. And then right along that line there where the hearts are, I might try touching that up a bit here. Let me see what I think. because that's more how it's supposed to look. So we'll fill this in that way. You could put the transfer back over it, but then you risk peeling some of your other stuff up, so sometimes it's easier just to go in with the paintbrush. So that's what I'm doing here. I think that's good. We'll dry that. Get the lid back on my paste. Let me clean my squeegee or my brush real quick. Even though my baby wipe looks like it's had it, I'll put some water on that and clean it. I really go through the disinfectant wipes. In fact, I need to get this open, but I brought my actual baby wipes in here. They're cheaper than the disinfectant, but when you're cleaning your transfer, you want the disinfectant wipes. So that's going to dry a minute. We're going to, you know, I do see something here I need to do. And I'm going to add some red down here in a couple of spots to make it match right up against the jar. I didn't even catch that till now. That makes the, and I'll turn this backwards so I can work on this side. That makes the candies look like they're right up against the jar. Now I see a blue spot I want to touch up again. Right down there, I don't know if I just did that but let me touch that up and I'll show you how to clean the red jar while this is drying a second. So that works there. I think, well, my transfer might, I'm going to make this a solid spot here. Should have been the other way, but I'm just filling that in. It looks more like one piece of candies there. So let me explain. We'll let this sit here and dry a minute, and then I can put the blow dryer on it. Let me clean this off. As you can see, because it's sat, it starts to get a little hard. And so getting that clean. Now let's talk about keeping our jars clean. So I don't know if you can see this, but it's got a crust around here. So And this is our little, our little tool. It's a multi-tool, I think is what it's called. My mind went blank. But anyway, it's our small little tool. And actually, I'm just going to have to use this to scrape with. But what I want to do is, I'm going to grab my little tray here. Some of that I don't want down in there. So I am going to flip it because it is hard and I think it's not going to clean up. If you start keeping it clean every time, you don't have to do this. So I don't know if everybody can see that, but I'm getting chunks out of there. That's a lot of wasted paste that wouldn't have been wasted otherwise. So I will show you what you want to do every time to keep it so this doesn't happen so much. I learned that from watching the Ken Hess, and that was his tip. It's always nice to get designers' tips. So just make certain this is clean good. Get that all around there. And then you can clean that off. Make certain you don't have it on the edge there. So much, and then you just take your wet wipe and you'll go around the edge like that, so that keeps your edge nice and clean. You'll put about 3 or 4 squirts of water in there, and then you'll shut your lid. And then the other thing is just don't have it go upside down all the time, and that will keep that nice and clean. That baby wipes had it, so gotta clean my hands again or it'll be everywhere. Clean up your tools. Now the red stains these spatulas, but it doesn't really matter. And in the new catalog, they have come out with some blue ones. Now if you go to my YouTube, I have links now to all the supplies that I use. If you click on those links and buy from my links, and that can help me out. Oh, but those are all the things that I really enjoy crafting with, and things that I use here in my videos. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Just clean that off real quick, and By then our product should be dry and we can move on to adding a cute bow to it. Boy, that red just really spreads. I need another one even. That's the problem with the red, and the board and base there soaks up. Now the other thing I just thought of, let me put I think it's dry, but some of that blue paste was thicker. Let me put this on for a couple of seconds. Now the other thing that might be real cute, and I just thought of this, and I think I'm going for it. I'm going to add the love across there in the black. Or actually, we could do the love in the gold, not even the black, but do a gold love. So let's try it. We are not out anything but a little time, so hopefully everyone's okay with that. We might as well go for it. Now, since I already have, I'm not going to push very hard. I'm just going to fill for bubbles. So that's real close to that edge, so I'm just going to have to be careful. I could tape it there, but I'm just going to try and be careful. Now this is love from a little bit older set. We did have the love with the heart, but this doesn't have the heart, so we'll go with this. Oh, way cute. I'm glad I did that. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is cute. Let me clean this off real quick. We'll dry that. I may even decide to go over, highlight it a little bit with the black, raise it just slightly so it looks like it's kind of outlined with the gold and the black. So that's why I want to clean that off. So let me blow dry this. See if I can get my lid on here while I'm blow drying. Okay, can everybody see that good? I could even come down on it. So I'm trying to decide about the black. Nobody's telling me anything, so like I say, I'm not certain. Maybe it's a bad night. Usually I have a lot more people joining. So if I was to highlight with some black, I would have to just, I think we're going to leave it. So I will, since I've cleaned it, and I had my disinfectant wipe, it's dry, I'm just going to put it back on my sheet. And you put it on the side that you didn't write on. So now let me grab a, hopefully I still have a pipe cleaner in here. I do. So I kind of was thinking I would do a double bow. I have this cute polka dot, and I also have this cute polka dot. I might put those together, but do a double bow here. I think that polka dot will be darling with this. So if you've watched me make bows before, I'm going to set this up here a bit. You'll still be able to see part of it. But you want to figure out how much overhang you want. I kind of want to crinkle my bow a little bit so that it may hang down a bit. So I'm going to go with that being my middle point. So I'm going to scrunch, and then I still want to kind of measure, and that looks like that would be good. I don't, if everybody can see that, I'm kind of at the edge here, just maybe slightly past, and that's my middle. So I'm going to scrunch, and then I'm going back over again. And then you can kind of measure that and go with that if you want it the same. And I can get that out of the way so that it's not in our way here. Now I will use this and just twist tie that in the middle. You could just use a piece of wire, but the twist tie is fine. Now I want to V my ends, so I'm going to fold them over, and I'm going to use my amp scissors. These are the Fiskars amps. I love these. There's links for those on my site, on my YouTube. You can get the short pair or the long pair. I like the long pair for cutting the transfers with, because you got one great big long cut instead of little choppy ones. So there's that. Now I do want to get the gold in there, and I think the dot's cute, but I don't need it quite as long. On the second part of the bow, you just kind of want it a little different. And I don't need the loops as big. I want shorter, tinier loops. So I'm going to kind of measure that. That looks like it's a little smaller there. Hopefully everybody can see that. You can see it overlapping. It's a little smaller. So you're doing the same fashion, and you're just overlapping again. And then you'll cut that about where you think your thing is. And I'm not don't know if you could see that. I was having a hard time getting it cut exactly where I wanted it. So I'm going to take this pipe cleaner, go back up around the top. This is just going to get hot glued onto my surface underneath, so I don't know which piece is longer. It looks like this piece. And then I'm going to twist again underneath here. You could have added another pipe cleaner, but I didn't need it that way, so you want that underneath there. You just kind of have to pull it and twist it, but it's got wire, so you can do a lot of things with the wire. Now you just fold it and do your V again. Fold it over here and do your V. I think that was a little longer, so I'm trying to cut it to where I think it's more equal. Now I'm going to kind of straighten out my pipe cleaner here so they're not sticking out so much. Okay, and I've got that red one underneath. Now I need to play with this a minute before I get it quite glued on there. Well, and actually, yeah, we just want that there. I'm just going to have that pull more forward, I think. So let me try and glue this down, and then I'll try arranging it a little more. So this is that Ryobi glue gun that I like so much. I have a link for that. You can, it is a Home Depot thing, but you can get it for a really good price on Amazon. So I have the link for that. In fact, the Amazon link might be slightly cheaper than what I paid for it at Home Depot. So I'm just going to want to hold this a minute because it is thick. Now the reason you could add this big bulky bow on top here is because these boards will stand by themselves. The other thing is you could put it on a base or on a easel, or you could prop it against something. But for the most part, and it might be because it's, maybe that's making it a little top heavy, but usually they'll stand. You could also, like I say, put it on an easel, and it would go on the wall. You just have to push your bow out a bit. So now I want to add probably a heart there, but I also have these cute silver things, yeah, or gold things if they're here. We had those the other day out here, and I think I'm going to trim that off. Let me see if I can find my wire cutters here. Yep. Like I say, I kind of changed things, so so we'll trim that. I got one more because I'll need two of them. These came out of the bridal section at Hobby Lobby. All that stuff was on sale last week. So we'll get some hot glue for those. I like the new tip on my glue gun. It doesn't leak, and that's one of the things I like, and I like that it's I also like that it's a narrower, finer tip. So maybe you guys couldn't see that. I apologize. So in my bag here, I think I have a little bit bigger heart. Let me grab that. We are almost completed with the project. So I have the real shiny hearts. And maybe we'll decide they're too big. If not, I've got some others here. Or I've got that one. Let me open this up and just see what I think. Now these do have the little thing on them, but that looks like that would come off, so you wouldn't have to have that even showing there. I'm almost thinking though that maybe, let me put that back on there. Let me grab one of these other hearts. I think maybe these are too big. So we'll go with one of these. So I could do that one, or I could do the shiny. Let me put it on there and see which one I think. They're both way cute, but I think I'll go with this one. So this will complete our project tonight. I try and make them shorter, but I still don't seem to keep them as short as I want to keep them. So I know that sometimes it's hard to watch longer ones. You can always go back on my YouTube and rewatch them later. Or if there's things you want to see in them because you want to figure something out that you didn't remember. So remember, you can order this product off my website. Not all of it, but you can get the transfers there. It's chalkcouture.com/ArlanaPatton. So this turned out adorable. I love this project. And let me lay it down here. I'll zoom in on it a little more. So let me get the glue gun turned off and move a couple of things. And I will try and zoom in here so you can just see that only. Oh, that's out. Oh, that's a little better. You still are going to get some of my stuff here on the side, but not quite. Oh, maybe we were fine how it is, but that gives you the finished product. And I want to thank everybody that came on tonight and joined me. This was a fun project, and like I say, I plan on doing them Monday through Friday, and also possibly on Saturdays if that works out. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and joining me. Appreciate that. So if you liked what I worked on tonight and you want to make some cute projects, and you can buy my stuff at chalkcouture.com/ArlanaPatton. There you can buy this stuff, and if I know the Happiness is Homemade is out of stock at the moment, but it will be back in stock on February 4th. We are going to have a brand new catalog come out, and there is some adorable stuff in that. I am probably going to go live on my VIP group, and we will take a look through some of the catalog. And we will talk about the cute things in the catalog. I'm going to start doing some lives in my VIP group that you will not be able to see anywhere else. So you're going to want to join my VIP group, especially if you want some deals and specials. That's how what you're going to want to do is get in there, and there'll be some incentives in there. So, and also Chalk Couture is coming out with, it's called Couture. Anyway, they're kits, and you can sign up and do this monthly subscription. It lasts for like 3 months when you sign up for the first subscription. It's $19 a month, and they send you a transfer and some squeegees, and it's a cheaper price than if you was to buy that stuff separately. And it's a special kit just for the subscription. So there's going to be a lot of people signing up for that and getting on the bandwagon with that. It's going to be a fun way to get this product into your hands. So you may want to join, and as soon as that happens, that's coming out, I think, starting the 1st. I will double check and get more information on that in the next day or so. So then if you want to be added to the VIP group that I talked about, just put below that you want to be added to that, and send me a message, and I will send you a link to get you joined to that. Also become my friend, and it's a little bit easier, I think, to do the link thing if you're my friend. So please also like, share, and comment on my videos, and share this so I can get my business going, that would be great. And I love just crafting and love sharing my love of crafting with others. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's live. And thanks again for tuning in. We'll get the project back in view. So this is our adorable project made with the Happiness is Homemade. I'll show you that real quick. So it's that transfer, and then also the truck transfer, the truck add-ons that has the flowers, it has the clovers, the Easter eggs, lots of fun things you can use in that set. And you don't even have to use it on the truck. Here we used it in the cute little vase. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me tonight and tuning in. And this is my video 41, so I'm getting a good start on this. I'm hoping you'll just continue to keep joining in. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.